did you really get a robot lawnmower?
I did indeed.
Which one did you get?
It's called the Luba 2, and it's from a company called Motion.
All right, well, get ready because the internet has some questions for you about it.
Somehow I feel like I'm gonna regret this, but all right, let's hear them.
All right, here's the first question. And just a reminder, this was the top liked question on your post asking for questions about this robot lawnmower. And the question is, can it run Doom?
Yep, that's exactly the kind of questions I was expecting to hear from you guys.
Well, can it?
No, it can't run Doom, although I haven't really tried that hard to run Doom on it, but you can control the lawnmower in first person, so throw on some hardcore music and bro, you're the grass slayer.
I guess that's fine. All right, question number 2. Can you make a grilled cheese with it?
Are there any serious questions?
Hey, don't look at me. These are the top liked questions from your community.
No, it's a lawnmower. It does not make grilled cheese.
All right, I'm glad we cleared that up. Now, the next question comes from Grombomb1. Why does it look so cool for a lawnmower?
It really does look so cool. When I talked to the company about it, they told me that their inspiration for the design of this lawnmower was actually F1 race cars. They wanted to make the lawnmower look really cool, and I think they nailed it.
Okay, next question comes from Wizardman3. How long does it typically take?
So every time you send it out to mow the lawn, it'll actually give you an estimate of how long it thinks it'll take for it to mow the lawn. And you can also adjust the speed settings, but as you make it go faster, the lawn doesn't look quite as good.
Nice. All right, our next question comes from Duck Duck Moose, and they want to know, does it cut the lawn well?
In my opinion, it cuts it fantastically. I will say though, it does not edge the lawn. Not that kind of edging, calm down internet. So it does a really good job of just basically keeping the whole yard looking at a nice even level. And because it's a robot, it gets those lines, those back and forth lines looking really, really nice. And for a guy like me who doesn't care a ton about the way their yard looks, just wants it to stay cut and nice looking-ish, it's pretty freaking awesome.
All right, next question. This is a very serious one. What's its favorite kind of cheese?
Favorite kind of cheese? Well, it's probably mozzarella.
You are such a dad.
Yeah, I know.
All right, our next question comes from Haley Up Gilgil. Are the sensors able to detect other moving objects or pets if they were in its way? And if it was moving towards them more, how would it react?
This thing has really impressive sensor technology. So in the very front of the robot, you'll see that there's this little bumper thing. If anything bumps into that, it will stop immediately and turn off the mower. So like if it bumps into anything in that lawnmower bumper thing, it will stop. But on top of that, it also has that 3D vision thing on the top. That's what that little head guy is. And it has pretty impressive object detection with that as well. You can also adjust the settings of the object detection to be more sensitive or even less sensitive. So it's kind of customizable, but their default settings, in my opinion, are fantastic.
VLandSun6529 wants to know about the maintenance and battery life. Can you tell us about that?
So it has a pretty extensive setup process to get the lawnmower up and going, but as far as maintenance goes, it has this nice little charging station that you set it up, and once it's set up, it'll just go back and charge itself, and you basically just have to keep it clean. The battery life is typically enough to be able to mow. I have like a half an acre maybe, and it gets through that no problem, goes back and like recharges itself. If you do have a bigger lawn, it can auto calculate when it needs to go back in charge and then go finish the rest of the lawn, so you really don't have to worry about the battery life, and it's all automatic. It's a robot. It'll do what it needs to do.
Great, thank you for answering that question. Sergeant Pinecone wants to know if it can give him a haircut.
The fact that humans ever got to space is beyond me.
Answer the question, Garrett.
No, it cannot give you a haircut, and for the love of our AI overlords, do not try it.
AI overlords?
Don't worry about it.
All right, I won't. Next question. How well does it work, and can it handle steep inclines?
It actually handles inclines extremely well. That was one of the things that they demoed at CES when I first saw this thing, was it was going around in a circle on a fetching like 45-degree angle, and it was handling just fine. It was doing that for hours and hours and hours during the entire show. Personally, I don't have very many inclines in my yard, so I can't tell you how it handled on an actual lawn, but from what I saw of the demos and what the team has told me, it handles fantastically.
All right, this is the next question. Can you ride it?
No, it's not actually that big of a device, so you actually can't ride it.
Oh man, how smart is it? Like, is it constantly needing your help with stuff, or can you just turn it on and let it do its job?
It's actually incredibly smart. When you first set up the device, you can actually have it do an AI like mapping of your lawn so it can figure out exactly where it needs to go. Or the more fun version, which is what I did, is you can actually control it to get exactly where you want it to go by controlling it. But it's pretty freaking smart, and once you have it all set up, it just does its thing, and you don't have to worry about it again. In my opinion, it's a pretty smart little robot.
This is the last question, and I think the one that everyone is wanting to know. Why? You know what? This is actually a great question. Why would you get a robotic lawnmower? And here's the thing that convinced me about this. The average American spends about 70 hours a summer mowing their lawn. For context, that's almost 2 full work weeks worth of time spent making your lawn look good. Why would you do that when you could just get a robot to do it for you? One of the coolest things that I've started doing with this robot, guys, is I will literally leave the house and just start the robot. And boom, I'm getting a chore done while I'm not even there. And that is incredible to me. Time is the most valuable currency we have in this life because, hey, we're all gonna die someday. So why not have that time spent doing more important things? So get a robot to do the things that you don't really want to do. And that's exactly what this robot does. Well, there you go, internet. There's all your questions answered about the robot lawnmower. I guess if you have any more, put them down in the comments. I'll try to get them if I can. And thank you again to Momotion for sending me this robot lawnmower. I have had way too much fun with it. And if you guys want to check it out, the link is in the bio.